What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Starcraft 2 video. This one is between two players on the WCS Pro circuit, spawning here in the top right hand corner of Lost and Found LE, playing with the red Protoss pieces. He is one of the fan favorites on the WCS Pro circuit and wants to continue his reign as one of the best Protoss players out there. His name is Neeb. And his opponent, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, playing with the blue Zerg pieces. He's currently one of the youngest, if not the youngest, StarCraft 2 pro gamer in the world, and wants to continue showing off his dominance in the scene. His name is Reynor. I should say that Reynor is actually trying to build off of, really try to build up his dominance in the scene, because he has dominated a lot of just professional gamers in general. This series, guys, was played at the WCS in Montreal, and this was round one of the bracket play, for those of you wondering. And I gotta say, you guys can check out all of the games in this series on the YouTube channel, and I hope you guys will, because I've gotta say that this series has been nothing short of spectacular. It has been so good, guys, up to this point. Watching two professional players who are some of the best in their particular races really go at it, and I'm really excited to see what happens in this game between these two players. So it looks like we're going to get a standard build here by Reynor. Hatch Gas Pool looks like what we're going to get out of him. And then the same can be said for Neeb. We're going to get a gateway into it, a simulator, and then, of course, the cybernetics core, and now the natural nexus. So relatively standard on both sides of the map. Nothing completely out of the ordinary. It does look like there is going to be a probe from Neeb coming across the map, just seeing if there's anything out of the ordinary that he needs to know about. But Reynor really plays very standard macro-focused games. He doesn't really go into necessarily those, really cheesy games. He's not really one of those players. He just likes to play the macro-focused style, and that's what he finds that he is best at. So we'll see what he decides to do in this game. Of course, there's obviously the certain points in the game that you can get aggressive or hyper-aggressive. But Reynor is really not one of those hyper-aggressive Zerg players. Does look like there's going to be Zergling speed coming up here, as well as the Warp Gate research coming up for Neeb. Now, we are seeing a Stargate, and it's in the back of Neeb's main base, and I'm wondering if Reynor is going to find out about this. I'm assuming he probably will at some point or another, because he is so good at really figuring out what the opponent's doing. And the front gates were wide open here, and once again these Zerglings are going to come into the main base and natural expansion and start nibbling away at some of these probes. And this is going to cause a little bit of some lost mining time for Neeb. All that being said and done, nothing completely detrimental. But now Reynor does know that there is a Stargate out. Phoenix is going to be the tech of choice. Looks like more and more Zerglings are going to be coming across the map here, maybe trying to get into that natural base expansion. Does look like Reynor knows pretty much exactly what's going on here for the most part. And when you're playing a game like StarCraft 2, information is everything. He is going to go ahead and sacrifice this Overlord to the Phoenix, and it does look like we do have an Oracle that is going to try to get a little bit of some damage done here. But all that being said and done, guys, it's going to both sides really relatively even at this point, and nothing really too out of the ordinary that other than the fact that there's going to be another Stargate. So I'm wondering, is our Protoss player going to get a little bit aggressive as far as with maybe some mass Phoenixes, which can, of course, take out a mineral line relatively quickly. Looks like this Oracle is going to get a couple of kills there. You don't want to lose this Oracle for free, though. And a little miss micro there by Neeb, losing that Oracle there. That was a little bit uncharacteristic by Neeb, but nonetheless, it's not going to be, you know, I mean, it's really about the little things, guys, and that's really what's important when it comes to professional StarCraft 2. That really is what separates the good players in StarCraft 2 from the great players, is the little things. You know, being able to be in multiple places at once in StarCraft 2, being able to consistently, you know, be managing multiple angles of your army, splitting your armies, and managing all of it is very difficult. But if you want to be great at StarCraft 2, that's exactly what you're going to need to do. And oh, the beautiful warp in there before those Zerglings could get in. Don't know what kind of damage they could have done right there. And now we're starting to see 4 Phoenixes out. Does look like some Hydras are going to be coming up, as well as that Evolution Chamber for our Zerg player. So there's now 5 Phoenixes, and these Phoenixes can start doing a little bit of some damage here if you're not careful. And it looks like those Spore Crawlers are going to get, you know, a few kills here. Couple of Spores. That is very helpful for the Zerg player. And once again, going to try to get that a couple of pickups here. Get more and more of those drones. But there's a lot of queens out. You know, a lot of queens for Reynor. And that's going to be very helpful when it comes to the defensive side. But, I mean, there's a lot of Phoenixes, man. And I like this decision a lot by our Protoss player. He's just going in there, getting as many kills as possible with these Phoenixes, and he's going to keep on going in there, keep on trying to get some kills. But it does look like those Hydras are going to be, you know, going to make short work of those Phoenixes. Got to be really careful. You don't want to lose these Phoenixes, that's for sure, if you are Neeb. Looks like +1/+1 is going to be coming up here, as well as a Baneling Nest for Reynor. Interesting decision making, and oh, you do not want to lose these Phoenixes. There's a lot of them out now, but Reynor's defense has been pretty good so far, gotta say. Neeb is on 3 bases though, and here's where it kind of gets scary, is that he's keeping Reynor at home, and so he has this time to really start building up a bigger and bigger army. Twilight Council is going to be coming up. +1 upgrades are going to be started as well. This is where it's going to get interesting, guys. It's going to get very interesting very quickly. How is Reynor going to react, you know, to being kind of held here at home? These Hydras are going to be helpful, but slowly but surely, Neeb is really getting value out of all of these Phoenixes, and he's building up a bigger and bigger force at home, a ground-based force. The roly-poly upgrade is going to be coming up here for the Banelings, and we're probably going to be seeing some Banelings here very, very shortly. You know, I gotta say, I like where Neeb is at right now. There's a lot of Hydras out right now, but now that we're starting to see, of course, the High Templar coming out, more and more Immortals are coming out. I mean, 2 at a time here. This is going to be a pretty scary ground-based army composition by Neeb. And these Phoenixes, like I was saying, can really take out an entire mineral line in a matter of seconds if you're not careful. Once again, trying to get a little bit of those pickups there. Getting, you know, a couple of drones here, a couple of drones there is always very helpful for a Protoss player. And it's very annoying for the Zerg player because it really keeps that Zerg player at home. So now it looks like Reynor is going to start moving across the map here. He sees that that 3rd or 4th base is going to be going up, going to try to get the immediate cancel there. Actually looks like he got the kill on it, so that's a really big pickup there by Reynor. But with all that said and done, you know, I still am saying, you know, Neeb is not out of this game by any stretch of the imagination yet. Looks like the pickup on some of these Banelings is going to be really big here for Neeb. Nicely played there. But this ground-based force is starting to starting to get kind of big here, and it's going to be, as we go, might get pretty scary. And it looks like once again, Reynor's going to try to get the kill, and I think he got the kill again on that base. That is huge, guys. Absolutely huge. I mean, that is going to delay Neeb so much, and Reynor is starting to take over. Look at this. He's starting to split up the army. He's got creep spread all over the place, and now we're going to start seeing the Zerg start moving in to that third base expansion here. I wonder if this was a good decision, though. He did get 1 unit structure, but nothing crazy there. Reynor's about to be maxed out here very, very shortly. +2 is going to be coming up for both players. Lots and lots of Zerglings. We got the Hive coming up here for Reynor. So he's going to go for those high-tech units here. He has been using the Brood Lords, but has not really been using other units, you know, out of the Hive for the most part. And did Reynor just get the kill again on that base? On that 4th base? Wow, I think he may have gotten the cancel that time. I'm not sure. That's just crazy, though. Neeb's having a little bit of some uncharacteristic play here that I haven't really noticed, you know, much here in the you know, in the past, where he's missing a little bit. He's kind of missing a couple of beats here that he's normally not missing. So, you know, I would assume, you know, he's not out of this game yet. The mothership's coming out here for Neeb as well, and that's going to be really helpful for him, especially against this unit composition. And that's what you really got to do. You got to throw your opponent off guard a little bit here. And these Phoenixes, once again, are being a complete nuisance for Reynor to deal with. Lots of Banelings are coming up here. Looks like of course, the Zergling, the other Zergling upgrade is going to be coming up here, and then of course the Overlord speed is going to be finishing up here, which is going to be really good for Reynor as well. But you know, right now Reynor's army is starting to look kind of scary, and that's going to go right after this 4th base location here. Some storms are coming up, and beautiful force fields going in and getting all of those Banelings. Oh my god, beautiful force fields, and the storms are absolutely on point there. But Neeb really, even though losing that base, I thought that was absolutely brilliant play with those force fields into the storms. That's the kind of strategy that you need to use against a player of the likes of Reynor. And once again, going into that harassment play here for Neeb with those Phoenixes can be so helpful. Now, you don't want to lose all of these, the Phoenixes here for free, but carriers are out, and this is going to become a very scary army for Reynor to deal with, because I don't think he knows about this. He's got a decent sized, you know, army, of course, but Banelings and you know, of course, Banelings as well as Hydras and Zerglings. And now Reynor is going to have to rethink things. He is attacking, of course, over here near the front gates of Neeb's bases, but not really able to do a whole lot quite yet. Now, it does look like that Greater Spire is going to be started. You're going to have some Corruptors come out, which is definitely what you're going to need against this army composition. More and more of these carriers are going to be coming out here, and this is going to become a death ball of units here that is going to be very scary to deal with. Now, Zerglings are into the natural expansion. Not a lot of them, but this could still hurt if he's able to get some kills here. And there's going to be more and more Banelings are coming in, and Reynor is trying to keep his opponent at home as long as possible. He's buying himself time, trying to get as many Corruptors out as possible. I don't think we're going to see the Broodlord switch, at least for now. because of all of these, you know, air units. Now, there's more Zerglings as well as Banelings that are coming here, and they're going to run across the map once again. This mothership is starting just to kind of move out. I don't know if I like this decision at all, and just like that, the mothership is already gone. Wow. Neeb is uncharacteristically, you know, just for some reason, not really on top of the micro here, but he is starting to push, and he still does have a scary force here of carriers, as well as, you know, zealots into these into the High Templar. You got to be very careful right on top of all of those corruptors. Oh my god, the amount of storms are beautiful on all of these units, absolutely decimating a lot of these units. But Reynor is really cleaning up this army. He's cleaning up a lot of these units, but the corruptors are going to go ahead and take out basically the entirety of this force. But just as this is all happening, a lot of units are going down here for Reynor as well, and it looks like just like that, there's Immortals, there's Zealots out, and they're starting to take out more and more units, and it's like now the re-up army is here for Neeb with a bunch of Archons, as well as these as well as the carriers and the Immortals. This army is going to be absolutely terrifying to have to deal with right now, because right now Reynor is going to have to try and do his best to re-up his army, but there's not much here. More and more Archons are going to be coming up. Another mothership as well. GG is called, and somehow, some way, with all of the miss micro that Neeb was having the entirety of the game, is still able to overwhelm his opponent, and shows us why he is such a great Protoss player in the WCS Pro circuit. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Reynor and Neeb, and if you did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.